Hello, this is Joe Yuhan here, talking again about alternative soft tissue mobilization strategies. And right now we're going to talk about the idea of tissue play. Tissue play is the idea that we have muscles, tendons, and other tissues that run along each other, say along the shin and the foot, and that these tissues need to move. And so, like my fingers, the individual tissues need to have play or movement between one another. And sort of like with pasta, tissues can get stuck together. And it doesn't mean that they're broken or strained, but that one noodle, so to speak, can get stuck to another. That is a lack of tissue play. And we see that a lot in the foot and the lower leg. And so if we zoom into this, in particular, in the lower leg into the foot, we have the plantar fascia on the bottom. But then we have the tendons, three main tendons that come along the shin, flow into the bottom inner ankle and into the bottom of the foot. And very often stiffness and pain in this area isn't necessarily because these tissues are strained or damaged, but that they're stuck together. And so a tissue play strategy, yes, we could probably get it moving by just mashing our foot on a ball or on a foam roller, but very often if there is a tissue play issue, either between the tendons themselves or between the tendons and a bone, we need to do specific strategies to get them moving. And what that often requires is a perpendicular force. And so if these are my tendons coming from the shin down into the foot, or my plantar fascia beneath that, to truly get that free to move in an athletic way, we need to apply a perpendicular force to kind of strum those tendons and to get them loose. And so how we do that, if we look at a real foot, such as my own, what I like to do in the clinic and what you guys can do at home is you can see the popping of these individual flexor tendons. Rather than just mash that, I can take my hands and grab the side bundle, so to speak, of these tendons and then apply a perpendicular force and either strum it like this, or I can grab it and add an active or passive movement of those tissues underneath my fingers. That is a muscle play strategy of the foot. We can also do it at the shin. And so in the medial shin especially is an area where the muscles get kind of stuck to not only one another, but to the bone. And again, you can mash on that, and that's very sore to do that. Or you can take that muscle group and wiggle it, as you see here, free against that bone, and finding spots, and especially with the posterior tib coming along here, it tends to get really sticky along that inner shin. And so grabbing that and applying a perpendicular force can loosen and free that tissue from the bone or from the adjacent tendons. That is a really nice strategy to improve both mobility and decrease pain, because very often in this area especially, we have pain not because, again, that the tissues are strained or broken or torn, but that they're stuck together.